Alrighty guys, we're back for some Double Dragons, and this is a March of the Machine, the Aftermath Standard Brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link as well as that relatively new Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? This one's based around Manaform Hellkite. It's a 4 mana 4/4 flying dragon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX red dragon illusion creature token with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. It's a pretty solid dragon, guys. The biggest thing holding it up, of course, is just spot removal. Gets removed by Go for the Throat a little bit too easily, right? But we're still going to be trying to do really cool things with it, like C Double is a 4 mana instant speed. It can't be copied. That's noteworthy. Choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you choose both. Okay, so copy target spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. A copy of a permanent spell becomes a token. Nice. Or create a token that's a copy of target creature. So more often than not, you're either going to try to see double on something terrific that the opponent is playing, like a huge card, like a Tali or something, right? Breach the Multiverse, see double on that, you know? Or you're trying to copy a token of Manaform Hellkite. And we'll see how often we actually get to pull that off, but it sounds like it could be really cool. We actually have more ways to kind of sort of duplicate the Manaform Hellkite with a couple Blade of Shared Souls. Only a couple of them because there's like no other creatures in here to copy with it. So it's a 3 mana artifact equipment. It has 4 Mirrodin, so it comes out attached to a 2/2 Rebel. And then you may have that creature become a copy of another target creature you control. So you want to actually, so you don't really play this down on 3 unless you need like a blocker or something. So you want to have the Manaform Hellkite down first and then play Blade of the Shared Souls and then have it copy the Hellkite that way. And at that point, since it's a artifact equipment, it does activate the Hellkite's ability, so you'll get like a 3/3 Dragon Illusion to swing in with as well. So hopefully we're just getting big damage through with the Hellkite at that point. But we do have to have ways to survive, so we have 3 Brotherhood's End in here. We got a couple Volcanic Spites, mainly for that bottom ability. I do like filtering. I've had a lot of success recently with Volcanic Spite as well, so deals 3 damage to target creature, planeswalker, or battle. And you may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. Nice. Then we got 3 Bitter Reunions in here to also help us filter a little bit of card draw, and then that bottom ability to tap, sack it. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Could be pretty good, especially if you're like, if you have the Manaform Hellkite and you play like Blade of the Shared Souls, then you copy the Hellkite and then that copy doesn't have haste or anything. So Bitter Reunion can just get you more fast damage through in the air, right? Okay, more ways to survive the early game. We have a single Flame Blessed Bolt. Sometimes that exile really comes in handy. We're trying out Flame Blessed Bolt this time instead of something like a Play with Fire, mainly for that exile, right? I've been seeing a lot more Tenacious Underdogs recently, so yeah. We've got a couple Light Up the Knights as well. X and a red sorcery speed. Deals X damage to any target, so we can smack the opponent's face with this if we want. It deals X+1 damage instead if that target is a creature or planeswalker. Nice. Not half bad, guys. It's got a flashback here for 3 and a red. Remove X loyalty counters from among planeswalkers you control. If you cast a spell this way, X can't be 0, and we only have 1 planeswalker in here, and it's at the very top end. It's Chandra, Hope's Beacon. It's a 6 mana, 5 loyalty legendary planeswalker. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. So that's why I said it's noteworthy that C double can't be copied, right? This spell can't be copied. So yeah, as a 1-of on the top end, it's going to be pretty powerful. Anyways, you may choose new targets for that copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so it's got +2 here. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. It's got a +1. Exile the top 5 cards of your library until the end of your next end step. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among those exiled cards. All right, and then it's got a -X here. Chandra, Hope's Beacon deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets. A very solid top-end card, man. Since it's a non-creature spell, too, if you have the Hellkite on the board when you cast Chandra, then you're going to get that 6/6 Dragon Illusion, which is pretty powerful. Now also rocking a single Mishra's Command here. We also have the X spells in here for the Hellkite reason, right? Because If you activate Mishra's Foundry, where X is 3, then that's a 4 mana card, so you're getting a 4/4 Dragon Illusion off the Hellkite. So for the Foundry, you get to choose a 2 of these. Or did I say Mishra's Foundry? That's a little funny, actually. Mishra's Command, you get to choose 2 of these. So you can choose target player. They discard up to X cards, then they draw a card for each card they discarded this way, okay? Or you can choose this spell deals X damage to target creature, or this spell deals X damage to target planeswalker, or target creature gets +X/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Nice, dude. So honestly, that bottom ability too, like you could choose X damage to target creature, maybe take out an opponent's flying creature that they were going to chump with or something, right? And then you could do that bottom ability, target creature gets +X/+0 and gains haste. So if you do like X is 3, then maybe your Manaform Hellkite could swing in the air as a 7/4 creature, and you still have the hasty 4/4 on the Hellkite as well. Just like I thought, right? I think Mishra's Command is actually, I feel like I should have tried this out in more mid-range style builds, right? Just to kind of see, because I actually think it's kind of decent. I think all the commands are kind of sort of decent though, so. More X spells as well. We got 3 Silver Scrutinies here as our draw spell, so X in double blue. You may cast Silver Scrutiny as though it had flash if X is 3 or less, so if you pay 5 mana for it and draw 3, then you can do that on the opponent's turn. And then you draw X cards, but realistically you're trying to do this as big as possible on your turn, get a big old chunky Dragon Illusion, or multiples if you were lucky enough to actually copy the Hellkite as well, right? And then completely restock your hand with it too, so okay, rocking a Celestus here because it's a mid-range build, and you guys know I love Celestus. I got to pay attention today to make sure I'm utilizing that life gain as much as possible, though, against aggro decks. So last time I played with it, I feel like I didn't do Celestus justice at all. Also have 3 big scores in here for 4 mana instant speed. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you discard a card, and then you draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. This pairs beautifully with Manaform Hellkite, where if you're using this big score, generating those treasure tokens, you can immediately use those treasure tokens on another card, like say Bitter Reunion or something, and all while you're just activating that Hellkite ability for even more Dragon Illusions. And again, hopefully multiple Hellkites at that point too. And then for Burn Down the House, of course, it had to make the list, guys. It's just way too good. Always the MVP. Just beautiful. It's just the sweet spot of board wipes, right? 5 damage does a lot. Creature and Planeswalker even picks up Sheoldred and other pesky creatures like that. Like Graveyard Trespasser is no match for Burn Down the House. If you're up against like Esper Legends, it hits the Raffine. Like it just does everything, dude. And then of course, if you're not wiping the board, those Devils will help you close up games. Honestly, just dropping Devils while you have Hellkite on the board is one of the main reasons we have all 4 of them too, right? So, because yeah, I think this deck is more than capable of actually doing some big damage. Now, over in the mana base, I do think that the mana is pretty greedy. We are heavily leaning towards red, but with like double blue and scrutiny and everything, double blue and sea double, we have a lot of the dual lands. All the reefs, all the coasts. We got the Swiftwater Cliffs. Let's double check that land real quick. Make sure it's the life gain land. You gain 1 life. Okay, yep, it's in here this time. We have a couple Xander's Lounge as well. Nothing to use the black source on. We're just kind of using it as another land, but also if we end up flooding out, then we can cycle this out, so it's nice to have as well. Have a Crucible of Defiance, a Soaring City in here, again, leaning towards that red, and this time I am trying out the Autonomous Furnace. I think this is the kind of deck that might not actually care if we have a turn of just playing out a tapped land, especially if it's turn 1, for example, so just giving it a shot, man, and you never know, we might flood out because we do have 27 total land in here for a good reason. We need a lot of land on the board because we want to be able to do multiple things on every turn. Bunch of honorable mentions, guys, just some stuff I thought about. So like, obviously, I always bring this up, but use your removal of choice, right? If you don't like the removal I packed in here, whatever you think is best for the meta that you're seeing, right? I thought about like a filter out combo deck with Hellkite, but not this time around. Invasion of Mercadia could have been cool. Mindlink Mech to copy the Manaform Hellkite could have been neat, but I think we just need more creatures at that point too. Thought about some other Planeswalkers to work with, like Light of the Night's Flashback and stuff. Jace is pretty solid. Jaya's pretty solid. Honestly, there's just so many great cards in Standard, man. Thought about Invasion of Karsus for this build as well. I just want to keep an eye on this battle. I do think it's actually decent, but you know, having Brotherhood's End at 3 mana just seems a little better, and we got a bunch of 4 mana cards packed in as well. Tolarian Contempt I thought about briefly. Same thing with Dollhouse of Horrors, being able to grab a Hellkite that the opponent ended up dropping that Go for the Throat on, and creating it, making it into a token. I mean, it still has that Hellkite ability, so, you know, something to consider, huh? Thought about Blue Sun's Twilight, and I thought about the Surgical Bay, which is also one of the tapped lands, but I just opted for the red one instead. Okay, guys, is that everything? This one took me a second, huh? Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and see how we do. Right into that first game, guys. Let's go. Okay, what am I expecting from the build? Not too much, man. We're just here to have fun with this one for sure. Obviously, I think it could do a thing here and there. All right, we'll try this because we have Bitter Reunion on too. Obviously, I think it'll do a thing here or there, but it's gonna be janky. I'm almost certain it's gonna be janky. But hey, the potential to pop off makes it worthwhile playing, huh? Okay, well, we found a mountain. I wonder if we just... I don't know, probably like the Blade of Shared Souls, right? I think we want the mana. 27 mana in here, though? Nah. Blade of Shared Souls. Let's see what we see. Draw 2. Okay, nice. Nice, dude. Okay. So if I would have kept Blade of Shared Souls, we would have had something to do on turn 3, though, so that's something to consider. I'll get the reef down. We have Silver Scrutiny for 1. I don't think that's what we want to do, but we have it open. Also, if we did have something on 3, there's a possibility of just to make disappear anyways. Hey, Celestus, let's go. All right. Manaform, do you think you're going to survive the turn, buddy? You think you got this? I think you got this. You're fine. Don't even worry about it. Dude, I still love that animation. Holy cow. We need more animations. Oh, Sunfall. Opponent. How could you? Ooh, burned on that. Dude, if Manaform would have survived that turn, that would have been insane, dude. Silver Scrutiny for the turn. See double. Big score. Just like swing with devils and see what happens. Could be another Sunfall. I'm going to hold back. We're going to keep Scrutiny for 3 open as well as the big score. It might honestly just be big score, though. Oh, Celestus switches to nighttime, though. Gives them a little filter. Yeah, big score, ditch the island. Draw 2 treasure tokens. Bit of ramp. On our turn, we could try the Silver Scrutiny. Oh, you know what? They were tapped out last turn, though. Maybe I should have just done something. If we go big score and they counter it, that's really bad because we still lose the island, right? So we're going to try Scrutiny for 3. Because a counter on that, at least we're only losing the 1 card then instead of the 2. Dissipate. They still have Celestus open. Still could be something. Swiftwater Cliffs. So we'll keep 2 open in case it's a make disappear. And go big score on our turn. To make sure it's not like another dissipate. Because they don't have the mana for that right now. But like I said, they do have the mana for a make disappear, which is why we played the untapped land over the cliffs. Draw 2 treasures. Not bad. Brotherhood's End. Okay. Well, passing it right back, I suppose. They can power up their incubator for the turn. They did not power up the incubator for the turn. Okay. My turn. Brotherhood's End. Sure, sure. We could use it. We could. We lose our treasures, so we might as well use the treasures at that point, right? Yeah, what the heck. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think that Celestus could be a problem as well. All artifacts with mana value 3 or less. See what ends up happening here. Who knows? Maybe they'll counter it. No, Celestus is gone. See, that could be like really good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually had 9 mana. We could have done like burn down the house and see double for like 6, but I doubt it would have landed. Oh, we're just gonna we're going for it, guys. We're leaning into the madness. Oh, nice. Devil's on the board, man. Bet it's a Wandering Emperor then. No? What's the opponent rocking over there? Maybe they have... Oh, nothing for the turn. Wow. Farewell style build for sure, right? Sunfall. Wow. It's a Mirrex token for the turn. Huh. That can't block. Manaform Hellkite. Oh, I'm going for it for sure. As a matter of fact, giving it haste, going Brotherhood's End. It's not enough, so I should just wait, huh? I should just hold off on that, because we could always do 3 damage to everything for the Devils to do that, too. So, yeah, we're going to go Bitter Reunion for the hasty on the Hellkite. Let's do this, dude. Extra damage. Every turn matters. No! Wait. Doubling down on it. Oh, that's not bad. 2 cards for 1 card. I'm down. It makes me a little sad that we can't use the C double on it. And another thing, yeah, if I would have kept those treasures, see, we would have had the C double on that Manaform that we top decked too, so. Mirrex token, so their plan is to get through with toxic damage for now. They kind of fizzled out over here, man. They need to see one of their draw spells for sure. And I wouldn't mind seeing one either. Silver Scrutiny off the top could be huge for us. If we see like nothing off the top, then we're probably, yeah, dude, we're just going to keep C double open in case they see something insane. Swing for 3. They have 3 poison coming through. So at this point, they're outpacing us with the Mirrex tokens. So when they generate some on their turn, again, maybe, then we'll go Brotherhood's End. And we don't have to hit our stuff. These are artifact creatures too, so. Yeah, we're going for it. Down to 12. Anyone's game, I think. I do think that. Yeah, if they don't have anything, they want to do Mirrex on our turn, that way, or at the end of our turn. That way the Brotherhood's End doesn't just pick them all up after spending mana on it. Because it doesn't say anything about activate only as a sorcery, so. Depends on what they have in hand for sure, dude. Uh-oh, the Mirrex is being activated. So Brotherhood's End is pretty brutal here, man. Looks like they're going to activate the second one, too. Alright, we do have C double on, like, a Devil if we want to do it that way. That's 4 on the board. We could do 3 to everything, another 4. See, they're still at 12, so not worth it. We're keeping C double available. Another mana. Alright. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. That's good, dude. That's really good for us. We'll play this to keep 2 open to make sure we're playing around and make disappear for the C double. And it looks like the opponent's getting a little unlucky, guys. Not seeing too much over there. I'd like to see something a little better to copy with this C double. We're just holding on to this in case they play like... even a Wandering Emperor would be a good grab, huh? Be decent. Ossification number 2. See, the exile on the Devils keeps them around a little longer. Well, anything off the top except a land or a draw spell, Silver Scrutiny, anything like that. Start generating the tokens again. Flame Blessed Bolt. Well, it's not a land, so I can't complain too much, huh? Save it for their turn and we're just swinging. Yep, looks good to me. Back to nighttime. Both of us kind of fizzled out here. Oh no, another ossification. That's 3 ossifications, bro. All right. Well, and they have Mirex. Mirex number 1. Do they have enough mana for Mirex number 2? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because they have to tap the Mirex down as well. Alright, what the heck, I'll use this. That's fine, right? Looks like that last card could be a counter spell where they were considering, is that worth a counter? Deciding no, because we do have so much extra mana open. Xander's Lounge, yep, we're gonna filter that. Okay, now we have a tough decision, dude. Getting rid of that C double could be super bad, but seeing 2 cards, getting some treasure, doing it on our turn would be preferable, because there could be something that we could play. Because we'll have 4 mana. Oh, crap. Okay, actually, Brotherhood's End is pretty good against these Mirex tokens. But we're going to go Celestus for the turn. Get this ball rolling. Take that action, right? Volcanic Spite could help us trade out a little bit. Yeah, losing the 2 Hellkites and all of the tokens to exile removal was rough, but yeah, just both of us, it's a top deck war right now, guys, it really is. Activating both of the Mirex tokens again. Am I reading something wrong here? Create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1 and this creature can't block. Just like double checking to make sure it doesn't say anything with sorcery speed, right? We've been playing with a lot of Mirex recently, and let's just double check in there because yeah, Brotherhood's End is brutal again. So, Soaring City. All right. Switch it back to day. We could just pass, switch it right back to night, but we're taking too much poison damage here. We're just doing this to filter. I know it's not going to switch back to night because we're using. Oh. Chandra's so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could play it. Actually, no, never mind. We go -X, deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets, so we could do like -1, literally, and pick up 2 of these and then just have Chandra on the board. That could be good. They only have 1 mana. I think we do it. No more watching. It's time to do something. I think. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. We still have the treasure. So doing this instead. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Oh my goodness. Oh, my Celestus. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Well, obviously we didn't want to hit the Planeswalker, though. That would have been really bad. We used our Celestus enough. We don't need the life gain, but the filtering was really nice. Generate, dude. Mirex being a beast of a card, man. Burn down the house. Holy cow, what an incredible couple of top decks, dude. Absolutely insane. Holy cow. Let's see what that last card in their hand is. They have 2 open. Yep. GG opponent. We had that victory on the Chandra damage. So 6 going through. They couldn't block with the tokens. It did come down to what they had in hand. Actually, guys, hold up. Something that could have been bad is if they had instant speed removal for the Chandra. So what I should have done maybe is just immediately when I had the chance, just go -X on the Chandra, 7 damage, right? And then drop the Devil. Or -6 on the Chandra would have been better because then it would have had the potential of staying on the board unless they did have that spot removal for it, right? What ended up happening there is when I played Burn Down the House, yeah, we doubled the Devils, but then there was the threat that they had instant speed spot removal for a Planeswalker, which means we wouldn't have got that damage through with Chandra. Definitely something to think about, just like a little... Yeah, that could have technically been bad. It worked out in our favor, though, so we should have started with Chandra regardless, then played the Burn Down the House. Alright, guys. What a sick game. Top deck war, and it worked out in our favor. The Celestus filter just doing a thing. I bring it up all the time, but Celestus can just win you some games sometimes, man. Filtering out a few times, it's great. It's good business. Brotherhood's End was insane there, just picking up all the Merrick's tokens all the time, too. No double red for the Hellkite, but we should be fine. We're heavily leaning towards red in the mana, right? And we have a bunch of dual lands. Draw and Scrutiny when it comes time. Potential blocker, we go first. I'm giving it a shot, dude. Because I want to actually do the thing with Hellkite, you know? Hello, opponent. This week's video, they've all been really fun lists so far. There's the red. There we go. It's a tap land, but that's totally fine. Early game, no extra removal chilling in hand, so totally fine. Get out of my hand, opponent. Deals their hand. Choose a creature. Enchantment, planeswalker from it, discard. They took one of my Hellkites. Freaking jerk, man. Okay, so we could play Blade. So whenever it equips to a creature, so we could always like equip it and then re-equip it, and that just seems like it's not worth it. So I'm just gonna keep Silver Scrutiny open for one with the Volcanic Spite open and try to get Hellkite down and just like let the opponent drop the go for the throat, I guess. Oh no, Liliana, dude, this is gonna be so bad. Now they have the minus right away, and since they can plus that before we can do the spite. I am gonna go Scrutiny for one. Just trade it out real quick. Okay, the Reef. I guess we'll ditch the Reef then, right? It was probably gonna be the Scrutiny regardless, but seeing off the top is what I was gonna... See, it also could have been the Blade of Shared Souls, but now we need to get as many creatures down as possible. So if we go Hellkite, they just -2 Liliana, and that's that. So instead, if we go Spite, they have plus, then it goes to 2. If we don't get a mana for the burn down the house creatures, then we're in trouble regardless. Either way, they're probably going to plus, and maybe we ditch the Spite this time. If we go Blade, maybe they go -2. It's bad. We want Hellkite on the board first, but it's fine. We have to play around the Liliana for now. So it's going to be -2. Okay. So it's back down to 2 then, and now the Volcanic Spite picks it up if we don't see the mana for the burn. Oh, Soaring, dude, okay. Mono black mid-range, and like leaning into the mid-range very far, so. Alright. We could go Bitter Reunion first. At this point, ditching the Manaform Hellkite could be good. We go Bitter Reunion first. We still have Volcanic Spite. We got to take out the Liliana over the Soaring, right? This is tough. This is really tough. Manaform Hellkite, unfortunately, guys, isn't doing anything here for us, so we're going to trade it out. See what we see, and then go Bitter Reunion. Another Manaform! Oh no, the game really wants us to have it. I'm so sad. Okay. Burn down the house is better though, right? 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 Yeah, it is. I'm sad. That's 3 Manaforms out of the deck. Okay. There's our 5th mana for the burn when it comes time. So if they play like Liliana 2, we can discard the Stormcarved. Soaring doesn't get picked up, though, by a burn down the house if they go plus here. They might start generating tokens, though. Nope. Plussing it. Grabbing a swamp. Best thing to hit with the Soaring. Pilfer. No, guys. This is brutal, man. Oh, great top deck. Okay, restock this hand, right? X is 4. No questions asked. Great top deck, dude. So let's see that 4th Manaform, huh? Wait, 1, 2. Oh, that's right, that's right. The other Manaform's at the bottom of our deck. Hey! We're going for it, man. Let's do this. Of course, the March of the Wretched Tsar. Mono black mid-range has so much spot removal. It's not even funny, dude. Vraska does the same exact thing. And they're buffing the Soaring too. Holy cow, dude. I don't even know where to start. I really don't. If we go like... What do we do? Three mana open off the Manaform. 5 mana if we go big score first. And then we go burn down the house. 2 mana open off the burn. So if we go burn down the house for the turn. If we go Devils, they get to keep the Vraska and everything around for an extra turn. But hear me out. Then what we can do is equip one of the Devils next turn. Equip one of the Devils next turn with the Blade of Shared Souls after we play the Manaform Hellkite, and then copy the Hellkite. Wait, then we'll only have 3 mana open though, right? So we need to see like a mana off the top so we could play the big score too. Or we could just play Burn Down the House again for the turn. Go -2, get the blocker down. They still have March of the Wretched Sorrow. If they probably just go 0 on Vraska because proliferating while you have 2 planeswalkers is disgusting, dude. Sheoldred. Okay. Now we go 5 on the burn, right? Just wipe everything. Use our Devils. As much as I would just absolutely love to actually start doing something with Manaform, like look at this terribly sticky situation we have here. Hold up, just gonna keep that in hand. 2 mana, because we can ditch the Swiftwater Cliffs to the big score when it comes time. 5 damage to everything. Wait, you guys think we can cheese some damage through? No, we can't. Not with that board. It's better just to do this, right? They do have 3 mana open. Since it's mono black, if this had blue splashed over here, I'd be terrified, but... Pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It's, I guess, like 2 burn down the houses for everything that the opponent has. And like I said, I'm keeping Cliffs back for the big score. Because you never know what we see off the top, and I don't think we need more mana right now. Sheoldred. Okay, luckily we don't have anything to sacrifice. Passing it back. 3 mana open. March the Wretched Sorrow, being able to pretty much pick up whenever they need us, or need to pick up at the time. More mana. So now we can go untapped source, Manaform. And like I said, they could pick this up with March because they could exile a card in hand, which could be pretty good for us, man. Big score. Generate that illusion. We might have a good chance here, guys. Keeping our hand nice and stocked up like this could be huge for us. Flame Blessed Bolt is open. Blade of Shared Souls. Bitter Reunion swing for 8? Maybe. Like I said, we don't really need the extra mana. And maybe even forcing the March the Wretched Sorrow so they don't take 8 damage in the air here. Aw, they just found a go for the throat anyways. Okay. 4 coming through. Then they have 4 coming through. Flame Blessed Bolt is actually terrific against this deck because they might have a couple tenacious underdogs. Yeah, not too concerned about the treasure. Yeah, the the combo side of the deck really struggling against certain builds, but that's okay. This is pretty fun. I forget what that does. This could be really bad though. Could they have swung with that first to deal 4 damage? Oh, see double. Crap, dude. Well, I don't think, okay, I guess we start with cycling. We could also draw on the Autonomous Furnace here as well, if we need to. Okay. So next turn, each opponent discards 3 cards, then mills 3 cards. And then they get shielded back, and then put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Okay. So I guess we play this as a mana, and we're going to be forced to discard the C double and everything, and then we'll draw on the Autonomous Furnace. Right? At the end of their turn. Brutal stuff, man. This C double really could have come in handy at some point in that match. Another C double to the grave. So what are they picking up from us? 3 Manaform Hellkites next turn. Celestus again. Let's go. Everyone rocking that Celestus nowadays. I love to see it, man. Trespasser's a problem. They don't want to pick up creatures, though. They're going to get them all back next turn. So it's like skip the ability or pick up like a burn down the house or something. Yeah, there they go. Got that burn down the house. Okie dokies. Draw on the furnace and maybe we'll see another burn down the house, right? Like there's a possibility that they get all of the creatures back and we just drop the burn down the house. The Wretched Sorrow. Crazy match, dude. What on earth? I feel like we had a good chance, actually. I do. Like, there was a couple things here or there. Maybe there were some more optimized plays that we could have went through. Maybe... ooh. Cycle that out. All these extra cycling land really coming into play here, though. Ugh. Yeah. C double. All right, well, we might be in trouble, bro. I'm gonna keep this in hand in case they have a Liliana for +1. And let's see that True Scriptures flip. Uh-oh, and it switches to nighttime too. This is exciting for the opponent. Did they get their Planeswalkers back too? Wait. No, all creature cards. Okay. So they're going to get all 3 Manaform Hellkites, a Sheoldred, and now, like, yeah, now they get their Sheoldred. So yeah, burn down the house off the top could be sick. If they... I was going to say, they would just win the game if they played, like, a Vraska, right? 2 more of our burns being exiled. That's not all of them, is it? No. Okay. C double. Copy target. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. Can I not do it? Oh. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. I don't honestly know what that was about. So we're gonna block the Glutton here. Hopefully. They could just have, like, go for the throat in hand, right? C double can be wild, man. I feel like the last couple decks that I played C double with, it's like the builds aren't doing it justice, but I feel like this card can be absolutely insane. Oh, they are dropping the go for the throat on their own Sheoldred. Oh. I guess they didn't want to have to sacrifice one of their, like, Manaform Hellkites or whatever. And I guess they didn't want... Yeah, if they would have targeted go for the throat on our side, we still would have got the ETB there. Oh no, more land, guys. Hey, we're going to let the opponent go ahead and swing on in because look at how fun that is. 3 of our Manaform Hellkites. Unfortunately, though, this does have to be the last match of the evening. Ah, man. Wish I could have ended on a high note, but I think this was a great game, man. I had a lot of fun. Brutal uphill battle, don't get me wrong, but hey, GG opponent. Again, maybe... I wonder what they had in hand to not want to use the Manaform's ability. Oh, I did drop them the GG, right? I think so. I think I did. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over the deck again. This was a fun time, dude. We didn't get too many games in, but that's fine. These mid-range style builds, the games go on for a little bit longer. I have something to say about this one, honestly, so. Number 1, Flame Blast Bolt. I still think it's worth the one of. Based on what I was seeing, I just included this over like a play with fire or whatever, and I also don't think like an extra play with fire just pinging the opponent's face would have done a whole lot, so opting for the exile removal, I think it was kind of sort of worth it. And like in that match too, I think like mono black mid-range has cards that you wouldn't mind exiling, so that one didn't appear to be running like Tenacious Underdog or anything, but you never know. And also like hitting that exile, depending on the deck, like maybe you're making it so that way they, I mean, hold on. Mono red as well, right? Because Flame Blast Bolt takes out Phoenix Chick, makes it so that way they can't bring it back from the grave at some point. More importantly, though, I think it takes out Squee just beautifully. Just hits that Squee at instant speed. They don't get a 1-1. Squee can't come back. They don't pass go. They do not collect 200. I don't know how Monopoly goes, but yeah, no, you guys get the point. I think that exile is worth it. I would not take this one out. Same concept with Mishra's Foundry, although we didn't get to see this today. I think it's still going to be worth the one of. More testing required with this card for sure. Same concept with Light Up the Night, although we've had plenty of success with Light Up the Night in the past in certain mid-range builds. I think this one's completely fine. I love that in this case, since we don't have Play with Fire to ping the face, we have Light Up the Night to potentially help us get the job done with like big damage and then swinging in the air with the Hellkites and everything. I do love the combo that Hellkite provides in this particular build, although the combo is the combo is definitely what leans this into jank, right? Because like Blade of the Shared Souls did absolutely nothing because we just really struggled in that match keeping anything on the board. So that's going to happen often, guys. It's not like we got unlucky there. That was a very usual game of Magic where everything just gets removed as soon as you try to establish anything. So yeah, like this one's pretty janky. So like dropping both of these and going up just more ways to draw could be good. More ways to survive longer, more removal, anything like that could be pretty solid, right? See dropping both of these going up like a Silver Scrutiny. And when you're doing that, you're taking part of a little part of the soul out of the deck, but not too much, since we still have the C doubles and the Manaform Hellkites being our way to actually win the game. Hopefully. Of course, like the Devils help us win the games as well. Chandra as well, just being a great top end card. Again, just noting this, that it doesn't copy C double, but it's still really cool regardless. There's a good reason C double can't be copied, man, and I still have a lot of faith in this card. I still think it's really good in the right moments, and just didn't get to see it recently, or at the other time that I played with C double either. It didn't really do too much, although I did have one chance in one match, not this video obviously, but there was one game where I used C double early because the opponent wasn't playing anything worthwhile copying, and so I had the open mana, I spent the C double, and then the next turn the opponent just dropped like Breach the Multiverse. I'm pretty sure that was the exact card, and just destroyed us, and we could have cast C double and maybe gotten luckier with what we saw off the Breach the Multiverse. And so there's like a lot of moments where, oh, do I play this now? Do I hold back? And that's just going to come down to how much mana does the opponent have? What deck are they playing? And it really depends, dude. I'm kind of sort of like, I keep hearing that people are saying standard is stale. But what I'm going up against is a lot of different variety, honestly. While the variety has like the same mixture of cards, I guess, it's still like a lot of different things that I'm seeing. So like when I was going over this deck, I was like, oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of aggro, aren't we? So, you know, we're seeing Selesnya enchantments and soldiers and mono red and all this other aggro business. Mono white, we got Selesnya human, Selesnya toxic, Selesnya everything. But what did we see today? None of that. We saw control. We saw blue-white control, and we saw like mono black mid-range heavily leaning into the mid-range side of things with planeswalkers of all things, right? So it's like a good variety overall. As uphill of a battles, what am I getting at here? As tough as the meta's been, like every deck is just really powerful. At least we're kind of sort of seeing different things. At least I am, right? So, and like for mono red, for example, there's like 3 different ways to successfully put mono red together, right? Like mechanized warfare style. Then there's just like the hasty good stuff style. I still see some people rocking just instants and sorceries too. So what's that one? I'm still seeing this one float around, the Flame Breather style mono red, which actually looks really good, man. It really does. So yeah, even when you're up against mono red, there's a bunch of different ways to put it together, and I'm seeing a good variety. You guys, let me know, what are you seeing down in the comments? Let me know. Let me know. Either way, janky build, fun build. I had a good time with this one. I usually do with mid range. That includes red, of course, right? So, big score was excellent. I of course loved the Celestus. Bitter Reunion has been one of my go-to ways to get a quick way to filter through the hand, right? And then late game, you get that way to give haste. Pretty solid, man. And when you do give haste, if you do take that, like, if you take one extra turn away from your opponent because you gave haste to one of your dragons or something, then you win next turn. That's huge, man. Taking a turn away from the opponent is huge. So, love Bitter Reunion. All right, guys, enough rambling, huh? I think that's everything I have to say. Just one more recap. I would potentially drop one or both Blade of the Shared Souls, go up that 4th Silver Scrutiny because card draw is important, and maybe like another piece of spot removal or something, like an Abrade or anything really. Another Flame Blessed Bolt could be solid depending on what you're seeing too. If like all the aggro decks that I just talked about, if you're seeing a lot of those, another Flame Blessed Bolt could go a long way. So, all right, guys. You made it this far into the video for real. Y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.